Hey, I want to start by apologizing in advance because this is going to be an extremely self-indulgent video. And I'm sorry about that. It's just, there's something I wanted to tell everybody about for the last 2 weeks or so, and I'm making a bunch of other videos first, but I really wanted to get to this, so I'm going to try to get it done tonight if this video goes okay, but here's the deal. If you saw my third video, which was my Love Boat video, you remember at the end I spent some time gushing about this girl Bernadette from Zoom, and I found out her actual name is Bernadette Yao. And now if you haven't seen that video yet, you might want to just go back, stop this video and go back and watch that one so you know what I'm talking about. But what I said back in that video was I had the hugest crush on this girl Bernadette from Zoom when I was 4 years old, and it was back in 1974, and during my Love Boat video I mused about, maybe, I should write to Bernadette because she actually has her own website, like BernadetteYao.com, and I thought, should I write to her and tell her that I was in love with her 33 years ago? And I said, yeah, why not? How could it hurt? I've been waiting 33 years to tell her. So about 2 weeks or so ago, I sent out the email, and a day or so later, hey, look at this, hey, let me get on the screen, there we go. Well, I don't want to cover anything up there we go, look at that. Email from Bernadette Yao, and I cannot begin to describe how incredibly giddy I am right now. I mean, especially when I first got the email. I mean, I thought about, taking this and having it tattooed to my arm or something. I was so giddy. It was so awesome. And I know this seems silly. I mean, I'm a 37-year-old married man. This was 33 years ago, but I don't know how I can even begin to describe how crazy I was about this girl. I mean, I was only 4 years old. The thing is, when you're 4 years old, you don't have a lot of perspective on what a beautiful woman is. I mean, if you see, as an adult now, if I see a beautiful woman, like a supermodel, I'll say, well, yeah, she's really beautiful, but there are plenty of other really beautiful women in the world. But when I was 4, before I saw Bernadette, if you asked me who the most beautiful girl in the world was, I probably would have said my mommy, and then I saw Bernadette, and it wasn't mommy anymore. I don't think I could possibly, on a relative scale, be as physically attracted to someone as I was to Bernadette from Zoom back then. Because I know basis for comparison. I'd never seen anyone that, stirred those feelings in me before. And as you know, if you've watched my last video, I'm not one of those people that believes that homosexuality is a lifestyle choice. I believe that's a bunch of bullcrap. I believe you're either gay or straight pretty much from when you're a little kid, from when you're born. And I think the moment I saw Bernadette Yao was the moment I knew for sure that I was heterosexual. I mean, there was no doubt in my mind because I wanted to do things to her. I don't know what. I was 4. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to be with her. That's what I knew. I knew that, and I mean, I swear, let me just show you this. I mean, I used to lie around just thinking about her, and I would go to sleep at night, and I swear, I would pretend that I got to know her and I met her, and I would talk to her, and I would take the pillow and I would kiss it, and I'd pretend I was kissing Bernadette from Zoom. Yes, yeah, that's what I did. That's kind of sad, but that's what I did. So I just want to give you some perspective on why I'm so giddy about this. I mean, it was 33 years ago, and I thought, oh, if only I could get a chance to talk to Bernadette and see her and let her know how I feel. And the thing was, first of all, I was 4, and she was on TV. She was like 12 or 14 or something. But the other thing to really put this in perspective was I was an extremely shy child, and I was shy all through my childhood and through most of high school. In fact, until I got to the age of about 17, not only did I never tell a girl that I liked her, I never even told my friends that I liked a girl. I I was so shy about it. So I just held it inside for years and years and years. So there's a long string of girls all through elementary school and junior high school and most of high school that I adored. But I never even hinted at it. I never told anyone. I just held it all inside. And I guess it all kind of goes back to Bernadette. She was the first one that I had these strong feelings for and never told anyone. And so in a way, to be able to tell Bernadette, even through like a little, what I did is I sent her an email and said, hey, I just want you to know how I feel. You know, I know it's been 33 years, but please watch my YouTube video. And I sent her the link. And just be able to tell her that, it gave me, I didn't realize at the time, but it gave me some closure. The fact that I told her and I knew that she got the message and she acknowledged it and she actually watched her video. I mean, for just I know it was only for a few minutes, but for a few minutes, Bernadette Yao, the person who I was probably more attracted to than anyone else in the world, and on a relative sense in my life, for a few minutes she was thinking of me. And that doesn't mean much right now, I guess, but, you know, to that 4-year-old boy, oh, that would have meant the world. And there's still a little bit, obviously, of that 4-year-old boy in me. I mean, as you can see, that little 4-year-old boy hasn't died, and that 4-year-old boy is just so giddy and happy. And he's just bursting out of this 37-year-old man right now. I am so psyched. I'm unbelievably psyched. I am. You know, 33 years, you know, and I got that email, you know, and so as I said, it was a bit of a closure in my life, you know. I thought of, after 33 years of suppressing this, you know, for some reason when I was doing the Love Boat thing, I started thinking about my crush on Chris McNichol, which reminded me of my crush on Bernadette Yao from Zoom, and it all came back to me, you know, and this is really cool. I mean, I used to watch that show, and I didn't even like the show Zoom. I didn't want to tell anyone how attracted I was to her, so I used to tell my mom I liked the show Zoom so I could watch it, but I didn't like the show. I mean, my mom even bought me one of those stupid Zoom shirts with the stripes on it. I hated that. All I did is I sat there and watched the show, and I was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Bernadette! Blah, 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 blah. Bernadette! I mean, I just waited for her to come on screen. It was an ensemble show, you know, it was on at odd times, and I didn't get a chance to watch it that much, but the few times I watched it, I was glued to that screen, waiting for her to appear on screen. Now, I'm going to provide a link to her webpage in the comments again. I did it in my third video. I'll do that again. Plus, I'm going to make this video a video response to a YouTube video of Bernadette, so if any Bernadette fans out there happen to see this, you want to make a comment, you know, feel free to. I don't think I was the only one. I mean, I think there were a lot of young men my age that were obsessed with Bernadette at the time. And in any case, I just want to say I was really, really giddy about that. You know, I was really happy. And I know it seems sad, but, you know, once again, it's just a 4-year-old boy in me, and it was just so cool. So, yeah, that was so cool. All right, I'm just babbling right now. I'm going to sign off. You know, hopefully the next video will be a little more coherent, you know, and I'll have a little more substance. But I just had to get it off my chest. So thank you for indulging me, and I'll see you next time.